The Baltimore Ravens finally did something. Now, it wasn't anything external, but I'm not going to sit here and complain because I've been sitting around at my desk for the last 24, 36 hours waiting for anything, and we finally got it. Patrick Ricard is re-signing with the Baltimore Ravens. It's a one-year deal. The full details are to be announced. We don't know the money yet, but what we do know about it is that it is fully guaranteed. And let me tell you, if there's a fullback in the National Football League that deserves a fully guaranteed contract, there's none more deserving than Patrick Ricard. This is just the start, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully, for what's going to be an awesome and exciting week right here on the channel, okay? Whenever news breaks, we get you a video as quickly as we can. This just went down like 10 minutes ago. We're already filming. It's about to be up on the channel. So for breaking news and the best place to go for that, make sure you guys hit that sub button. So Patrick Ricard, like we said off the top, a one-year deal, fully guaranteed, keeping him in Baltimore for 365 more days at least. The 6'3", 305-pound fullback had a pretty good year in 2024, and I don't want you to look at the statistics to determine his value. Because when you do that, you see 0 carries for 0 rushing yards, right? You see 3 receptions for 22 yards. And was that 1 touchdown or 2 receiving touchdowns? Yeah, and so it's not much when it comes to what his production is for this offense and getting yards and scoring and getting receptions and whatever that may be. What he is so valuable for this team is what he brings as a blocker, okay? Both in pass protection, the rare times he's out there for it, but mainly when it comes to run blocking, okay? This team in 2024 had a historic year when it came to rushing the football. This offense was like the second best offense in NFL history after the greatest show on turf 26 years ago. And a lot of that, I'm not going to say the majority, I'm not going to say most of it, I'm not going to say all of it, but a good bit of that is because of what Patrick Ricard brings you, especially with his run blocking. Okay? Derrick Henry, he's a bulldozer. He's a tank. He's a tractor. He's anything else. But a lot of what allows him to do that, a lot of what allows him to spring to that second level and take on those defensive backs who are 100 pounds smaller and 6 inches shorter is because Patrick Ricard is right there in front of him blazing a trail. Okay, that's what Ricard does best. I know the fullback position is probably dying in the National Football League. I know that. I'm not too ignorant to think that, you know, this is a blossoming position and he's got a ton of money coming his way, because he doesn't. But what you just did is you locked down at least for one more year, because as of right now, you just have Derrick Henry for one more year. But you locked down the leading man when it comes to this rushing offense and the run blocking for guys like Derrick Henry, guys like Lamar Jackson, to do what they do best. Okay, Patrick Ricard is a massive, massive reason for that. Let me know in the comment section down below, what is your one-word reaction to the contract extension? Is it finally? Is it, I think mine is deserved. We're going to say deserved for mine. You guys let me know yours down below. And I just want to talk about a little bit more about what he means to this team and to this offense, because you're lucky enough to have the best mobile quarterback that has ever existed in Lamar Jackson, okay? Broke Mike Vick's rushing record just this year. There's no disputing, no debating what Lamar Jackson's legs mean to this team. But in the same sense of the word and in the same breath, what Patrick Ricard is able to do in helping out Lamar, it just is evident in almost every single game that he's out there for. Okay? It's evident what he means to this team as a leader. It's evident what he means to these coaches, right? John Harbaugh loves Pat Ricard. Every one of us, all Ravens fans, love Patrick Ricard. And you see the stats, right? 3 catches, 22 yards, 1 touchdown. We don't love him because of his ability to make plays happen with the ball in his hands. We love him because of his selfless ability to make plays happen for others. Think of all the great running backs in the National Football League. Think about Emmitt Smith. Would he be Emmitt Smith without Darrell Moose Johnson? I don't think he would. Okay, and Emmitt will tell you that himself. I don't know if Derrick Henry could be Derrick Henry or could have been Derrick Henry this past year without Patrick Ricard blazing the way for him, leading the way for him, taking on linebackers, taking on defensive linemen, opening holes, and letting Henry do what he does best. A lot of that thanks to Pat. We got a lot more to talk about, a little wrap up on free agency and what has happened, what hasn't. Before that, guys, we talked about it earlier today, but this deal is just too good to pass up. This Ravens polo, it's gray, it's sleek, it's cool, it's fashionable. It was $55. Now it's just $33. Okay? I know the weather's getting a little bit better outside. I think the high today in Dallas is like 80 degrees. So I know it's not that in Baltimore yet, but it will be soon. And when it is, you're going to wish you looked your coolest, felt your best, and rocked the best. The Baltimore Ravens. So if you go to chatsports.com/Ravens Polo, right now, you can get this for only $33. That link will be in the comments and description of today's video. Don't miss out on it. I promise you, you're not going to find a better deal anywhere else. Chatsports.com/Ravens Polo. Go check them out right now. So that brings the Ravens free agency moves up to a total of 2. Okay, they re-signed Ronnie Stanley. They re-signed Patrick Ricard. Now, I did tweet out a little bit earlier this morning. Let me pull up my Twitter. I said, monitor 3 moves today. I said Derrick Henry extension, Ardarius Washington extension, and third, Patrick Ricard extension. Okay? I got one of the 3. We're still waiting on the other 2. I'd expect them to happen sometime in the next 48 to 72 hours. Okay? I really, really, really believe that with the cap space that could open up from a new Derrick Henry deal and how he's expressed how much he wants to be in Baltimore, that's going to happen soon. But as of right now, only 2 things have happened, both of them which are re-signings. You have lost some people, though. I know we talked about it earlier this morning. We're going to give you a quick rundown before we get out of here. Patrick Ricard, he's gone. Brandon Stevens, he's gone. Malik Harrison, he's gone. Chris Board, he's gone. Also Josh Jones. The good news in that is you're only losing 2 starters, one of which, in Patrick Ricard, is a starter that you're kind of sad to lose. The other one, Brandon Stevens, that's a guy who, in my opinion, you're kind of like, doesn't matter. We kind of wanted him gone anyway, okay? So far through free agency, you've locked down your starting left tackle. You've brought back and locked down on a fully guaranteed deal. You're starting fullback. You've lost 2 starters and 3 guys who are, I don't want to say bench players, but they're depth pieces. Alrighty, before we get out of here, let me know in the comments section down below. Grade the Pat Ricard extension. Do you give it an A, B, C, D, or F? I myself, if giving it an A, you let me know what you're doing. Alrighty, again, I got to remind you, for the latest Ravens breaking news updates, you're going to find them right here. So make sure, before you get out of here, don't click away yet, go down, hit that sub button.